Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this is my channel Linda T70. It's really good to have your company today. Thank you so much for my returning viewers, and if you are new, a warm welcome to you. If you've not seen me before, I do a kind of a lifestyle channel, I suppose. I just chat about things, show you things I've bought, take you in the garden, just do a bit of this and that. My head's a bit full of gardens at the moment because we're still doing a kind of an update on ours. Update's not really an update, but just sort of planting some stuff out there. And there are a couple of videos on about that if you're interested, but I'll be showing you these. I think I'll show you a little video on the end of this just to see, show you how far I've got and what we've still got to do if you're interested in that. Gardening's not for everyone, is it? I did want to say a very big thank you though, in response to my video that I put out on Friday. That was the one where I'd been to the doctors and given statins and all that sort of hoo-ha around that. You've written some really kind and thoughtful comments to me, and I appreciate all of them. Lots of you have given me the benefit of your experience with taking statins, because I was kind of rattled by it. It came out of the blue, and I don't know. I just sort of eye statins with suspicions. I don't even know why really, but I seem to have heard back in the past that they used to be given out as a sort of a wonder drug to people to lower their cholesterol, etc. And then they decided, oh well, actually that's not such a good thing. I don't mean lowering cholesterol, I mean giving them out willy-nilly. So I was a little bit worried, and I didn't get a very good explanation from the doctor about it, but for reasons that I mentioned in my previous video. But yeah, a lot of you have reassured me, and I tell you what else helped with this. As you will know if you saw Friday's video, I was in a bit of a pickle with the consultation I'd had with the GP, who I struggled to understand. In her accent was quite strong. She was very, very softly spoken, and she spoke really quickly, and they are three things that really I struggle with. I don't think I'm deaf. I mean, I say to people I am, because sometimes it's just a bit easier. I wouldn't say I'm deaf because I can hear stuff going on around me, but it's just certain levels I really struggle with, unless that is being deaf, I don't know. And this lady's kind of footed the bill really with all that. But she did phone me later in the afternoon, and just to sort of reassure me a bit. And also my daughter looked on my NHS app. I've got an NHS app where I can keep a track of medical matters. And she went through it with me yesterday and explained some of the stuff, because everything this lady had said to me, the GP had said to me, was obviously sort of transcribed and put onto documents on my app, and so reading it in plain language was much easier. And if there was anything that she didn't understand or I didn't understand, she was just looking it up for me just to check what these things meant. So I do feel a bit happier about it. I'm not going to keep going on and on about it, but thank you so much for all your kind words. And yeah, the next thing I've got to do is have another ECG, which is next week, end of next week, yeah. And yeah, we'll see how we go. So that was that, but I just wanted to make a point of thanking you, because a lot of you went to a lot of trouble to write me long messages about it, and I do appreciate it. So on this, oh, by the way, did you all have a good Mother's Day? I mean, do you care about Mother's Day? I do. I care that I'm thought of. I can't deny it. My children know quite well that I like to get a card for Mother's Day. I'm not one of these people that says, oh no, don't worry, because I do. I said I don't want a present or anything, but I do like to get a card, because we do our bit, don't we? And we do deserve a little bit of recognition, as do dads on Father's Day. Only we deserve it more, don't we, us mums? And I did get some nice cards. I got some lovely cards, and I got some lovely gifts from my kids, so that was really nice. But yeah, I mean, they did buy me presents, but I didn't really want them, but I accepted graciously, I have to say. I don't know that so much the generation after me, like certainly my daughter doesn't care about Mother's Day, and they get these cards, don't they, from school. Mind you, mine used to make cards and bring them home. It's a bit like the Christmas decorations, isn't it, that they used to make at school and bring you home, and you look at them and think, oh, what am I going to do with this? And I used to stick them round the back. I mean, they know this now. Used to kind of stick them round the back of the tree so that they didn't spoil the look I was going for. Of course, now people give their children their own trees, don't they? But in the sort of 80s or the early 90s, I didn't think of that. So yeah, but yes, they bring you these cards home that they've constructed in school. I bet those teachers think it's hilarious, don't they? With bits of macaroni and rice and God knows what's stuck on them, and then you have to keep them, like I talked about before, you have to keep them on the fridge, don't you, for a few weeks, and then you think, what's a good period of time before I can chuck this in the bin? I mean, you wouldn't mind if the child said, oh, I said to say dad or auntie or somebody, I really want to make mum a card, but it's not, it's something I suspect strongly that they just have to do in one of their art lessons, so keep them quiet for a bit. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, I do like to get a card, and I did very well. And so I went shopping today because it's current husband's birthday this week, and I don't know if everybody else finds it as difficult as me to buy your partner, spouse, whatever, birthday presents that's going to bring a real smile to their face. I mean, we've only been married or together for, I don't know, what is it, 21 years? Because this is our second marriage. Each of us have been married before. Well, obviously. You know what that means, don't you, a second marriage? And we've pretty much run out of things to buy. Well, we haven't run out of things to buy each other. It's not that, but it's just having a good idea, an original idea, and something that you think they're going to open the package and think, oh, that's really great, thank you. Well, current husband doesn't ever look like that when I give him anything at all. So from food to presents to anything, or to a winning smile even, you know, he just looks a bit disappointed all the time. But so I've kind of scraped the barrel a bit with presents for him, because, you know, we've all been asking him what he wants, and I know it's the same with me really. I just hope somebody every year is going to have a brilliant idea and buy me something amazing. Because there's nothing I really want, because when you get older and you've got your own money, you just buy what you want, don't you? But so there's not really much else. You don't hang on all year till it's your birthday or Christmas before you get things you want. You know, we're mostly able to, not everyone, but you know, a lot of us are able to get things we want. I'm happy with plants and things. I did get 2 nice plants for Mother's Day. One daughter, which was really kind of her, she bought me a garden plant, a jasmine. And the funny thing is, the one I had on the other side of my garden has died. Well, I think it has. It got hit by the frosts we had a few weeks ago, and it had quite a lot of foliage on it, but we had a late frost, and this happened the previous year as well, and it was all right and doing quite well. Then we had late frosts, and the thing just kind of went, so it's just all crispy now. So this one that she bought me at the weekend, I planted it yesterday. I put it on the other side of the garden. I mean, it won't stop the frost getting at it, but it's quite a lush plant. I think it was from Lidl, because there was a Lidl label on it, so it kind of gives it away, doesn't it? And I don't know generally what their plants are like, so hopefully it'll do well. It looks quite, I think it's only been in the ground 24 hours, so I'm really hoping it grows and gets nice and nice and lush. My son bought me a calla lily pot plant. I've never had one of those before, and that was pretty. I did get things from the other children as well, but it's just on the subject of plants. So yeah, I'm certainly pleased, really pleased with the jasmine. And it was funny because I was going to say, when that one died and it went all crispy, I was going to buy another one anyway, but I just hadn't quite got round to it. So that was really good. What else have I got to tell you? Yeah, so current husband's birthday, don't really know what to get him. I've bought him something. I don't think he's going to be jumping around with joy. I mean, I've booked a table. We're going out for a meal for his birthday, so I'll treat him to that, and I've just got him a couple of bits and pieces. Yeah, I don't know where people get their ideas from. My couple of my kids are really quite imaginative, and they come up with quite good ideas. And but I don't. I've got no imagination at all. I don't think I haven't got a an original idea in my head at all. Not that I can think of anyway. You know, quite often I get ideas from other people basically. So anyway, so hopefully he'll have a decent birthday. I should think he will, because men don't seem to be that fussed as much as us, do they? They just, I'm not saying, you know, they don't want birthday presents, but they're not quite the same as us. We like to have a little bit of a fuss, and but I don't think men are too bothered. But I got him a card from the dogs this year rather. But he probably loved that. Oh, and my poor dog, this is just another little aside thing. My Beau, my black schnauzer, I took her to the vet yesterday because she's got terrible teeth now. She's quite elderly, and I wanted to check that whether, you know, her teeth could be removed, because I don't know whether she's in any pain or anything. And we noticed that she won't let us anywhere near her teeth, never has, to be honest. And I think she's just been quite unlucky with her teeth. They seem to have gone a bit horrible quite quickly. Because they've not been nice teeth for ages, and the vet has looked at them and said, oh well, if it gets to us, we'll keep an eye on them. But current husband looked at her, well, noticed that one of her teeth was wobbly. So anyway, I took her to the vet yesterday, and they did a bit of a check, and they found that she's got a heart murmur that has got a bit worse. I was told in November, I think it was, that she had a slight murmur, and they would keep an eye on it, and it's gone from a 1 to a 3 now, which the vet told me is a significant increase. So the plan is that I've made an appointment for her to have a scan on Friday. Ka-ching, I mean. But you know, you've got to do it, and then if she's if they deem that she's fit enough, she can have surgery to have her teeth out, or some of her teeth out, but they won't do it until they've checked her heart, which is fair enough. It's just like a person, isn't it? A human, you know, they wouldn't operate on a human without checking that your old ticker's not going to conk out while you're under the anaesthetic, are they? And it's the same with dogs. It's just that unfortunately, you know, vet fees are quite expensive, and the tooth surgery is even more ka-ching than the the scan for the heart. So, but we're insured, and I don't think you can ever get all the money back, but you can get a portion of it. So that's what we'll have to do. This is literally the price you pay for having your pets, isn't it? You know, when they start to get ill. And to be fair, I mean, they have cost us money over the years, but they've got quite old, and they've never had anything serious wrong with them. But it's, you know, just now that things are starting to happen. And with Beau, she said if they check this heart condition out, they might be able to give her some medication which will stable it, which will mean she can have this surgery. But that, you know, it's all very. I'm going to wait and see what happens on Friday. But you know, we don't want anything happening to our lovely dogs, because we do love them. And yeah, so you have to kind of, you accept that you have to pay for treatment for them. And at least we don't, generally speaking, have to pay for treatment for ourselves, do we? So that's something in this country, I suppose. So that was that. This isn't the cheeriest of videos, is it? I did go out shopping this morning because I had to get a birthday card. I don't know why I'm whispering. Birthday card for current husband, and something else for him. And I went into, I mean, this the usual shopping disappointment I have. I went into Bon Marché, Peacocks, I went into Yours, I went into Marks and Spencer. Oh, and I couldn't find it. I really fancy getting a couple more tops because now we're out of thick jumper weather. I do have some tops that I've bought in the last few months, but I could do with some more, some that are a bit more casual type thing. I don't even know really what I mean, but I mean the stuff that's in the shops. I found a nice denim dress actually in Marks and Spencer's, and I picked it up and they had a size 20. I thought, oh, the only thing I wasn't quite sure of was it had a square neck, and I wasn't quite sure where that would go with the bra situation, because sometimes you can see your bras on a square neck, but anyway. And it looked fitted and just looked quite nice, had sleeves in it, and I picked it up and it had, I looked at the label, the actual label on the dress, and it was a petite. So obviously I'm fairly tallish, so the proportions wouldn't be right for me, and they didn't have any more. So I thought potentially I could look on their website and have a look. I don't know, I've got a bit of a thing about buying a denim dress this year because I looked at them last year and I couldn't find one that I liked that I thought was good value, to be honest. So that's really what I'm looking for. I went into Marks, that was in Marks. I went into, where was the other place? Oh, I went into Bon Marché a couple of weeks ago and they had one in there which I quite liked, and they had my size, but I dithered, so I didn't get it, and of course they don't have any left in store now. Again, I'll have to look online. And Yours didn't have, they had stuff that I've kind of got already. You know, they've got more stuff in now and some of it looks all right, but it just wasn't really for me today. So I ended up going to Dunelm and got literally a couple of bits in there. And I went into B&M. I always want to say B&Q. Oh, actually, I did go to B&Q as well. I went to B&Q when I'd done the shopping in the town, and to get some lavender for my garden. Really, there's an area where I will show you in the video, an area I really want to put some lavender, and lavender doesn't seem to do all that well in our garden, and I think I've read somewhere that it likes to be in not like super rich fancy soil. It likes to, you know, likes a bit rough and ready. Lavender's a bit rough and ready. So where I want to plant them is you know, the soil isn't quite so good there, so I'm going to have a look at that. I mean, I'm seeing my gardener friend this week. I can always check with her, but yeah, I quite fancy some lavender. I mean, it grows, but it kind of goes a bit, but then maybe I'm just not taking care of it right. Oh, that's interesting though. I've found a pot, because I've been transferring a lot of plants that I'd had lying in different places in the garden into the beds or whatever, just to, I've been reusing as many plants as I can this year. I have bought new, but you know, I have reused lots of things that I might otherwise have just chucked out. I've given them, I thought, well, you can try it in that position. If you know, see how you go. You've got one chance, and if they grow, great. If they don't, well, you know, I did try. But excuse me, but I had a pot with these little things growing through, and they look exactly like lilies. And I saw, when I was in B&Q today, I saw something that looked identical, which was a lily. I And I've got no idea, I don't ever remember planting any lilies in the garden. No one else plants anything in our garden. They're actually in a pot, not, you know, in a pot, and so I've taken them out of the pot and I've put them in the soil in the flower bed. But I'm sure that's what they are, but that's a bit of a mystery. I don't know where they've come from. They look nice and healthy at the moment though. But anyway, so that's all I bought in, I bought a Mrs. Bowles, what are they called, eurysimums, something like that. And I bought some lavender, as I say. I bought 2 bigger ones and some which I think are probably a different variety, which are smaller, and just see, you know, if they grow all right. I went to Dunelm, and they didn't have a lot left in there actually. Again, they've got tons of stuff online, but sometimes I just want to go in a shop. And I bought 2 of these. I think I might put these out the front. Now, the front of my house faces north, so we don't have brilliant sunshine actually, you know, against where we don't have a garden. It's just an area under the window, and it's nearly always in the shade. And I bought these because I was trying to get more colour in my garden. I'll show you in the box. These are flower hanging solar lights. Now, I don't know whether they'll be any good or not. As you can see, £6 each. The ones in the shop were either this colour, which is a lilac-y colour, or yellow, or lemon. I don't know, probably more lemon. And at first I picked one of each colour up, and then I thought I'll just get 2 lilac ones. So anyway, she says try and open the box. So, oh, there we go, breaks all your nails. My nails are terrible at the moment from the gardening. I've been wearing gloves and they're still terrible. So these are solar lights, and whether they will, sorry about the noise, whether they will capture enough lights to actually work out the front, I don't know. So I might have to hang them in the back garden somewhere, which you won't be surprised to know faces south. God blimey, where's some scissors? Oh, here we are. Quite well wrapped up though in the thingy bob. It was my grandson's birthday at the weekend, bless him. He was 4. Yeah, he's a real superhero fan. And we bought him a Captain America outfit and a shield. Somebody else bought him a Spider-Man one. He's into Mario Brothers as well. I'm not really familiar with that. I mean, I've heard of it and seen it, but yeah, he likes that. And how am I supposed to get that through there, honestly? So that was nice for him. And my little grandson, well, his brother, he's not so little, he's 11, nearly 11, just coming up to 11, a few more weeks. And I told you he was growing some vegetables, and they're doing ever so well. They're doing ever so well, so I'm pleased with it. I've got a couple of plants that I picked up that are in our garden for him. I keep forgetting to give them to him, but anyway, the ones he's growing, his carrots look good, his lettuces look good, his spring onions look a bit meh, but you know, they might do well. Hopefully they will. Okay, so sorry about that noise and that kerfuffle. So I thought maybe I could hang those where the hanging baskets are out the front, if you can remember those hanging baskets I bought from Dunelm a few weeks ago. I think you would have seen they're all planted up, but then they might look a bit stupid, so I think I might have to put these somewhere else. This metal's quite thin and flimsy, but are you supposed to open it? I don't think so. Yeah, anyway, so that's little solar lights. I thought they were quite cute. They might do other colours, I don't know, but they certainly do lilac, which is this colour. I'd say that was lilac, and lemon. And the other thing I bought, which I've made a bit of a faux pas really, I know, is because of the difficulty with the solar lighting at the front, as there's not a lot of sunlight gets onto the plants and things, I thought I might buy some fairy lights. Now, I don't know what colour you would consider these lights, the actual lights are, but the box, according to the box, they're purple, but they just look white to me. It's just the cable that looks purple. But anyway, my thinking is, instead of solar lights out the front, if these aren't any good, I could try putting these out the front and just plug them in the house. So, because I do want some lighting out the front, and I've looked at the sticks you put in the pots, but so again, solar ones, just the same problem. So, yeah, so it's a bit suck it and see with all this stuff. And the only other thing, I did go into B&M and massively disappointed in there really. I mean, you sometimes wonder what's happening to you. I was walking around looking at the garden, because as I say, everything's garden at the moment to me, that isn't dog related or health related. And I thought, God, what is happening to you, Linda? Because they've got all these sort of metal butterflies and different creatures and peacocks and things, and I'm looking at them going, oh, what about that then? I mean, at one time I would have run a mile from anything like that, but I don't know if it's just being old, but I don't know. I haven't as yet bought any. I did see a couple of nice things in the range. I went there a few days ago, and but I thought, no, I won't get those, but I'm a bit sorry I didn't now, because I wanted to just inject as much colour into my garden as possible. But the only thing I bought, apart from just some wrapping bags, gift bags, £2.50, 3 assorted gift bag sizes. So I think all the stuff I've got for current husband probably will go in one or the other of these. So yeah, I thought they'll do. What else did I buy? Oh, and I bought some. Do you know, in the town I live in, which is, well, my nearest actual town is with shops in is Watford, and they shut down, which they've probably done everywhere, I don't know, but we had a Clinton's card shop, and they've shut that down. There's a, what do you call it? Oh, Card Factory. We've got one of those, and we have Marks and Spencer's, which has a card department, and I wanted to buy a nice card for current husband. I know he's not fussed about cards, as I've said before, and generally speaking I don't think men are, but I thought, well, let's you know, I don't want to just buy one out of Card Factory, although you know, there are some nice cards in there. I sound a bit snobby, I don't mean to. So as I say, Clinton's was gone. I looked in Marks and Spencer's. I mean, bugger all in there, to be fair. There was, I do sort of push the boat out for his birthday and Christmas. I do buy him a card with husband on. They haven't brought out a current husband range yet, but that could be my fortune, couldn't it? I could do that, design a range of cards for your current husband. But I get one with husband on, I could write current, I suppose, couldn't I? And absolutely nothing. I think they had 2, possibly 3 different types of card in Marks and Spencer's, and the wrapping wasn't all that, wrapping paper. Card Factory, I did go in there, and they had, I would say again, a couple of different husband cards. Apart from things that, you know, do that I love you to the moon and back thing, which makes me kind of want to, I mean, I just don't talk to him like that. And fair enough if you do and you like all that sloppy stuff, but it's not really me, and I don't think he's that bothered, you know. He knows I love him. because I told him once. But yeah, so that was a disappointment. And then I went to, where else did I go? I rang my daughter actually, and I said, where can I get a card in town? And she suggested Smith's, and I thought, oh, I'd forgotten about Smith's. And then I was walking down to Smith's, and I thought, oh Lord, they're shutting them all down or rebranding them or something, aren't they? They've all been taken over by whoever it is that owns Hobbycraft. The name escapes me, and I thought, oh blimey, I hope they're not shut, but they weren't, and I managed to get him a card there, and I got him, I'll show you, I got him one from, I've never done this before, but I got him a card from the dogs. I know, it's just a slippery slope now, isn't it? And I just saw this and I thought it was really cute. Oh no, that's not the one. It just says, well, you can see what it says on it, and it's got a schnauzer. Some people, no matter how old they get, stay effortlessly cool. So, but I just thought that was a cute picture of the schnauzer. I thought I might make him smile, but I think my present will. So, yeah, sorry, and getting back to B&M, I bought some of these compost bin bags. I have to say these are terrible. I bought these before and they just rip. You've only got to look at them and they rip, so I'm not going to look at it. And my daughter gave me some that she'd bought and didn't need because she doesn't have a compost bin. She's got a big old, anyway, it doesn't matter what she's got. But so she gave me another lot of them. And I thought, oh, so you've got to be really careful when you open them. Now, I don't know if it's just me, perhaps I'm just a bit heavy-handed. Maybe you use these all the time. I think these might have been £2. I can't remember how much. Yeah, £2. I can't remember how much they are in Sainsbury's. But, of course, I've done my shopping for delivery today. And I forgot to put them on because I'm just useless at shopping. So I had to buy something because I've completely run out. But they're biodegradable food waste bags, £2. But just if you do buy them, just be careful because they're very flimsy. And what else was I going to say to you? Can't think. Yeah, there must be something. What was the other thing? Something just occurred to me as I was speaking. Hold on one sec, let me just have a think. I don't know, I've forgotten about it. But I will do a little run round in the garden just so you can see how some of the plants are you know, taking off. Again, I know not everyone's interested in gardens and plants, but as I say, you know, you don't have to watch that bit if you don't want to. I'll never know. But my last video, when I was talking about my miserable doctor's journey, that did do quite well. So surprising what people like, really. Okay, I think that's everything for today. I'm sorry it's been a bit scrappy. Just wanted to come on and do a little video and just show you these bits, and hopefully we'll be at the end of all this gardening before too much longer, because there's only so much of it you can stand. I will see you on Friday, and I will try and think of something really interesting to talk about to you on Friday. We'll give it a go anyway. If I think of, as I say, I'm going to do the garden bit, so if I think of whatever it was going to say, I'll tell you. But anyway, I'll say goodbye now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you did like and subscribe, or give me the old thumbs up thing. Would be lovely if you would do that. And I will see you on Friday, so take care. Bye bye for now. Just put this lavender here. This is where it's going to go when I've sorted it out. There's a little pot of it there. Strawberries seem to be growing okay. These pots seem to be doing all right. Can't really see what I'm photographing because of the light on the camera. This has all seemed to have taken. Little leaves coming on the acer in the corner. My friend tells me I've got to cut these ferns back. The other stuff seems to be coming through okay. There's the little vegetables that I keep forgetting to give my grandson. the roses seem to have taken okay. Honeysuckle has grown quite a bit. The rose, got the bleeding heart in, this little bird bath thing. Yeah, I'm really pleased with the way all the plants have sort of taken off so far. Helicopter's going over now. I think that's dianthus. Oh, I've just chucked my alströmera in here. Alströmera. That did really well in the pot, but it's just completely pot bound, so it was a devil to get it out of the pot, so I've just chucked it in there and hoping for the best. If not, I'll have to get another one. That's a poppy, I believe. I forget what that is in the corner. And this is where I put the jasmine in. There's a Mrs. Bowles here, I think they're called Eresimum, which I've got to plant. I only bought that today, and this is the jasmine, so I've got high hopes for it. Hope it does alright. Just sort of concocted a bit of trellis for it because there's a gap between the flower bed and the fence, so hopefully when that takes off it will look alright. And I'm trying to ignore all this horrible mess. I've just put these two things here to see if I can get them to get some sunshine to charge them up a bit. And this pot here, still got, this is from the front, and I've just got these couple of pansies and this one, whatever this is, that I bought this quite recently, and I'm going to put that in either in the ground or in a pot somewhere. So still loads more to do, and I've got to sort this lighting out as well. All these lights we've got hanging everywhere. So I hope you can see some of this. It's not, you know, ragingly interesting at the moment, but when we've got our garden, our furniture sorted out, and this climbing hydrangeas actually doing quite well this year. Perhaps this new soil's helped it. Oh, I forgot to cut that one back, didn't I, over this. This is my, is it a salix tree that I just bunged in there? This is that stuff that looks like that was in the pot that I think is lilies. There's a real mystery to me where that's all come from. It was in that pot there. Very odd. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a quick look, and I'll see you later. Bye.